Welcome back to JoyTube, the home of epic tales, where ancient tales and biblical stories come alive to great awareness of what happened in the past in accordance with God's divine plans, to show us how far we have come as humans and all the creations of God. Today, we are continuing in the exploration of the Book of Enoch. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to this channel for more intriguing stories of the Bible. Let's dive in. Long before the Great Flood, before Noah built his ark, there was a cosmic betrayal, a rebellion that shook the very foundations of heaven. The Book of Enoch reveals a hidden chapter of history, where angels, known as the Watchers, defied the divine order, descended to earth, and set into motion a chain of events that would forever change humanity. But this is more than a tale of angels and men. It's a story of forbidden love, divine judgment, and eternal consequences, a story that echoes through time, even to this day. During this cosmic rebellion, one man was chosen to be the voice of righteousness, the bridge between heaven and earth. Enoch, a righteous scribe, was given a mission, to confront the Watchers and deliver the message of their eternal judgment. Through fire and crystal, Enoch was brought before the throne of the Most High, a throne more magnificent than words could describe, surrounded by 10,000 times 10,000 angels. Yet none could draw near to the great glory, except Enoch. As Enoch falls and prostrate before the throne trembling, the voice of the Lord calls him and said to him, "Fear not, Enoch, righteous man and scribe of righteousness. Go and deliver my words to the Watchers who have defiled themselves." The Watchers, once holy and eternal, had descended to earth, taken human wives, and fathered the monstrous Nephilim. Now, they sought forgiveness, pleading with Enoch to intercede on their behalf. Enoch answered and said to them, "I wrote out your petition, but it will not be granted. You shall not ascend into heaven again. You will be bound to the earth for all eternity, and your beloved children, the Nephilim, shall fall by the sword before your eyes." From the blood of the Nephilim, a new horror was born. Their spirits, cursed and restless, became the evil spirits that would haunt the earth forever. These spirits, born from the unholy union of the Watchers and humans, became demons, roaming the earth, tormenting mankind, and spreading chaos. They would hunger and thirst, yet never be satisfied, and their hatred for humanity would be eternal. The Nephilim were not just giants of great strength, they were beings of insatiable hunger and relentless violence. Their very existence was a defiance of the natural order, a corruption that spread like wildfire across the earth. The Nephilim consumed everything. They devoured the land's resources, leaving famine in their wake. But their hunger was not just for food, it was for power and domination. No man, beast, or even mountain could stand against them. As their bloodlust grew, the Nephilim turned on one another, fighting brutal wars for dominance. Their bodies, once symbols of power, became tombs of their own pride. But their death was not the end, it was only the beginning of a far greater curse. When the Nephilim perished, their spirits did not ascend to any afterlife. Instead, they were bound to the earth as evil spirits, cursed to roam the world for eternity. These spirits were filled with hatred, hunger, and an unquenchable thirst for destruction. These spirits became the root of demonic activity on earth. They oppress, afflict, and torment mankind, sowing seeds of violence, chaos, and despair wherever they go. They hunger for destruction but can never be satisfied. The curse of the Nephilim did not end with their death. Their spirits wage war against humanity, not with swords, but through oppression, possession, and destruction of the human soul. They afflict the mind, causing despair, madness, and fear. They oppress the body, bringing sickness and unexplained suffering. They influence violence and war, whispering into the hearts of men, urging them to destroy each other just as the Nephilim did. They disrupt families and communities, causing division, hatred, and betrayal. Even today, their influence is felt. The wars, the violence, the chaos, many believe these are echoes of the Nephilim's curse, still at work in the shadows of our world. But their reign is not eternal. The day of consummation is coming, the day when the evil spirits of the Nephilim and the Watchers who created them will face final judgment. On that day, their power will be wholly destroyed, and righteousness will reign. Until that day, humanity must choose, succumb to the chaos or stand firm in righteousness. The battle against the Nephilim's curse is not just ancient history, it's a battle we still fight today. The Lord of Spirits commanded the archangels including Michael, Gabriel, Uriel and Raphael to bind Azazel, hand and foot, and cast him into the darkness. Cover him with jagged rocks in Dewdale, where he will see no light until the day of judgment. To him, ascribe all sin. Destroy the children of the Watchers, the Nephilim. Let them turn on one another in battle until none remain. And to the watchers, say, you shall have no peace. Though the watchers were bound and their monstrous offspring destroyed, their influence lingers. The forbidden knowledge they shared with mankind, the secrets of war, sorcery, and corruption, continue to echo through the ages. But there is hope. The Lord promised that the earth would be cleansed, and righteousness would flourish once more. The question is, will we choose to walk in the light, or will we fall to the same temptations as the watchers? Though the earth had been soaked in blood and shadowed by the sins of angels and men, the story of Enoch reveals not just judgment, but a glorious promise of restoration. The Most High, in His justice, also offers mercy and renewal, a chance for humanity to rise from the ashes and walk in righteousness once more. With the destruction of the Nephilim and the binding of the watchers, the earth was given a second chance. The plagues, the violence, and the unrighteousness that once covered the land were wiped clean. But this was not just a physical cleansing, it was a spiritual rebirth. Oppression was removed from the land. Unrighteousness and godlessness were destroyed from the face of the earth. The earth itself, once cursed, was now tilled in righteousness. The earth, once a place of sorrow, became a land of blessing. Desirable trees were planted, and the vines yielded an abundance of wine. The olive trees overflowed with oil, and the seed sown in the soil bore a thousandfold harvest. In this restored world, righteousness flourished. The works of truth were planted deep in the hearts of men, and humanity began to live as they were meant to, from generation to generation, in peace and harmony. The righteous escaped destruction and lived long full lives, begetting thousands of children. Youth and old age were both celebrated, and people lived out their days in peace and fulfillment. All nations turned their hearts to the Most High, offering adoration and praise. No longer divided by sin, all nations came together to worship the Most High. The earth became a place where truth and peace walked hand in hand, and the storehouses of heaven were open to pour out blessings on all mankind. His final promise of restoration was not just physical, but spiritual. The corruption of the watchers had left a deep moral decay, but the Lord decreed that truth and peace would reign once more. And all the children of men shall become righteous, and all nations shall offer adoration, and shall praise me, and all shall worship me, says the Lord of spirits. No longer would lies and deceit dominate human hearts. Peace would not be temporary, but eternal. Nations would no longer war against each other, for they would be bound by a new covenant of righteousness. This was the fulfillment of a promise, that righteousness would not just restore hearts but heal the very land itself. The Lord declared that never again would the earth be cursed as it was before. From generation to generation, there would be no more defilement, no more punishment, and no more torment. The storehouses of heaven were opened, pouring out blessings on the labor of mankind. Truth and peace became the foundations of life, woven into every generation that followed. This was the world as it was meant to be, a world where creation thrived, and humanity flourished, free from fear, oppression, and destruction. At the heart of this restoration was the Son of Man, who would reign in righteousness and truth. All evil would be erased before his face, and the earth would be a reflection of heaven's glory. The righteous would live in eternal peace, free from fear and oppression. The earth would be a garden of blessing, a place of joy and abundance for all. The glory of the Most High would shine upon all creation, and truth would guide every heart. This is the promise of restoration, a world where righteousness reigns, where peace flows like a river, and where humanity walks once again in harmony with the Creator. Though this ancient promise was given in the days of Enoch, its echo reaches us even today. The choice remains, will we continue in the shadow of the watchers, or will we embrace the restoration promised by the Most High? The promise of restoration is not just a story from the past, it is a hope for the future. And that future begins with us. The watchers fell because they chose desire over duty and power over purpose. Their judgment was eternal. But what about us? Are we still living under their shadow? Or have we learned from their mistakes? Please like, share and subscribe for more hidden knowledge from ancient texts. Stay tuned for the next video and thanks for watching.